welcome back to another great episode of Facts and Stats. We got our usual host here. We missing one though, Mark, but he will be back on the next episode. You have here, of course, me, Ev, Keem, Q, and then we have a special guest today. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Yeah, man, it's GB Dunn. You hear me? Just here to talk some good sports and stats and facts with some good men, man.
Yes, sir.
Tuned into this show, man. I like what y'all doing for real.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead and get started though. If it's your first time watching, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can also listen to us on the Anchor app, SoundCloud, Apple Music, wherever you want. But to go ahead and get started, man, we're gonna talk about the first topic: Saints Bucks. That was Sunday Night Football. You know, usually Brees, Brady, AB back, Godwin was back as well, but the Saints ended up winning 38-3 in a terrible performance by the Brady fans. So Q, I know you got a lot to say about Tom Brady and the Bucks. So
he be going in on Brady.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what was your thoughts on that?
The craziest thing about all of this is that I picked the boys to win. I picked the Bucks to win against the Saints.
Yeah, Saint.
But I'm not even surprised that they lost because it's the same thing I've been telling y'all. You know, Bill Belichick wasn't there to save Brady this time. Now he gets to see what Aaron Rodgers go through with a terrible defense, and look, he fold. And Drew Brees ain't even been looking good all season, but this last game he been throwing some accurate, efficient, short and medium length passes.
Okay.
They been a little soft though.
Yeah, but it got the job done against them. Like it really looked like they tore that defense apart. He scored on 4 of the first 5 drives, and the one drive he didn't score, dude fumbled at the 2-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the Saints just played a better overall game, and it really exposed them, really made them look bad.
Okay. Respect. Done. Talk to me. What were your thoughts on that game overall from both sides?
From the Buccaneers side, I just feel like, man, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Brady is losing a step. Like after watching him last night, his arm power is not there how it used to be. Like, and it looked like with the Bucks, like he don't got that same chemistry with the line like he used to in New England. So they ain't protecting him the same way. Mm-hmm. So now we seeing Brady getting so much pressure. He start folding, doing anything like that pass in the fourth. He just threw it up like that was like a lollipop. I ain't never seen him do nothing like that. Like Saints, they played a good game. I ain't gonna lie. Just like you said, Drew Brees, I ain't gonna lie, he impressed me because I've been saying all year Drew Brees been falling off too. Mm-hmm. But he managed the game. He did what he was supposed to do. Okay. I feel like he played. I give him a B+. Like we talking about outplayed B+. But Brady F yesterday. He was bad.
So quick question for you before I get to Kane. If they were to meet in the playoffs next week, who you got winning?
Next week, man, I might have to say Brady because like when Brady lose like that, he not trying to lose like that again. So he gonna study the film to the point where it's like, see what I'm saying? They got AB, he won it right now. Mike Evans, you know he gonna be on get back. He
that's
just
a
got.
Fact. I like that you said that about Brady because that's very true about Brady.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that comment. King, what were your thoughts on that game, Saints and Bucks?
Shit, I was surprised really because I didn't think the Bucks was gonna get blown out like that. Really, like we all had the Bucks winning, and then like Drew Brees came out the cut just throwing them off of those 4 touchdowns, over 300+ yards or whatever. So I'm pretty sure he's in the lead for the most touchdowns, all time or whatever.
Yeah, they going back and forth right now.
Yeah.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of sports. Jones been saying this coaching is actually Brady. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was poor coaching as well. You don't run the ball 5 times.
That was crazy.
I feel like the reason they ran the ball a little bit is because they started off the game already low. It's still no excuse to run the ball only 5 times, but I feel like they would have ran more if they wasn't going 3 and out off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to keep running the ball like 5 times. You can't determine.
I agree. 5 times.
They gave them back the ball so many times because they just throwing. No clock management, nothing.
Right. I'm not gonna say they had a bad defense. Like every defense is gonna look bad. You gotta have a number 1 defense. If they out on the field 24/7, they're gonna look terrible.
Yeah, they got a good defense. Yeah, they got a good defense.
Definitely top 5 in my eyes, really. But,
I like Dean. They corner Dean. I like
Yeah,
Dean.
I like him too.
To Levante David, Devin White,
Yeah.
Dominic Sue, Shaq Bird, JPP. That's a good defense.
They got a solid D.
So, but at the same time, Brady got to look at it. This is not the AFC West. Like, you got tough competition. And then there's really no excuse you throwing 3 interceptions with AB there, Mike Evans, Gronk. You know, everybody's healthy. So, I mean, he just looked bad, like terrible. But that ain't going to define him for the rest of the season or whatever. That's just like a terrible game you rarely see.
Yeah.
So,
Another thing I like by the Saints or by Drew Brees, they threw to like 11 different people yesterday, or like 12 different people. 12. I like that.
And that's another first thing. He wasn't OD targeting Mike Thomas like that, really.
Nope.
Or like wilding out.
Which is what Tom Brady should have did. Not, you know, like AB had like 5 or 6 targets.
Yeah, and 3 catches.
Mm-hmm. No, but
I feel like they could have eased him in a little bit more. Like it got to the point where it looked like on some of those throws he was forcing it like
that's why I was gonna get like, yeah, AB is out there, but I at point in time in the first half of the game I see Mike Evans getting upset a little bit. Like, go to who been there for you weeks. You know what I'm saying? Evans and Gow.
Yeah,
I feel like they were trying to the offense wasn't looking at the best to me. You know what I'm saying?
I say Sean played and Dennis Allen had a great game plan. They Dennis put Janoris Jenkins on AB the whole game because he could run with him. And then you got to be mindful. They have very good linebackers and Demario Davis, you know, to keep up with Gronk, because Gronk was looking bad. He had like some
for real.
And Mike Evans, they start getting the ball to later on the game, and Godwin was just out of like place for real. So it's like all of them, which they shut that whole offense down, which is good coaching, you know, from Dennis Allen and Sean Payton and everything. So I definitely give them a lot of credit on how they went into the game like that.
I agree. And then before we take it to the Seahawks and Bucks, like my only comments on that game, shout out to Breeze, you know, 4 TDs like y'all said, and y'all spoke on their 8 rushing yards and the 12 different completions to wide receivers. But the person that stood out to me was Taysom Hill.
Yes.
2 for 2, 48 yards throwing the ball, and then he had 7 carries for 54 yards. And then
impressive throws.
Yeah, and then he had 1 catch
did show
for 21 yards. You know what I'm saying? So Taysom Hill, like, he really showed out, along with Mike Thomas and Alvin Kamara, you know, being there. But he showed them why they pay him this offseason. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all think they gonna go with him next year as a starter?
I would love for them to do that.
Yeah, I would too. I would like that too.
I would love for them to do that. King, what you
he like a better Tebow.
Yeah. Nah, I was about to say I would keep Taysom where he's at. He's just an athlete. Just like he can do everything. Like they might look for a quarterback in the draft. So I wouldn't want them going with James Winston,
so
really.
You think like if he was a full-time quarterback, he'll fuck up?
Kinda.
We never seen him in that element.
Keep him a specialist. Like, just keep him where he's doing, because that's how. If that's your way of winning, keep it out there.
Yeah.
For real.
He do everything. I give him that. Another
but
game.
What he want to? But what, before we go, would he want to do that though? Instead of just pick one position and like really specialize at it.
I mean, he's been doing it since he's been in the league for like 4 years.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he would want to be a starting quarterback. I think he would want to take that opportunity. You know.
If Breeze leave, I definitely think he want to step up and be the one.
He wants to be.
Yeah, okay. I'd definitely give him a shot. Definitely.
Another great game that that had a lot of hype going into Sunday. Seahawks and Bills. Unfortunately, the Seahawks did go down. We seen the Bills take them down 44-34 in an impressive game for Josh Allen. Both quarterbacks, actually. I'm going to start off with you this time, Dunn. What were your thoughts on that game? What did you see, and what did you like from both sides? And then,
actually, bro, it was more impressive on Josh Allen than Russell to me. Because Russell, like, on them interceptions, I ain't going to lie, he made a couple throws. I'm like, that don't look like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Russell been balling this year. But I definitely like what Allen did yesterday. And I like what Allen does on the ground, because some games he go crazy, but some games he just get them yards that they need on the ground. Like yesterday, I think he had like 7 rushes or something, but they was all like important, really, just short yardage situations. So I like that. And Tre'Davious White, I like seeing him get that interception. I just wish he would have cribbed that. But definitely a good performance by the Bills. Definitely.
Keith, talk to me. What you see in that game?
So, like I said, man, the last episode when I had the Bills winning, really, it was actually like, a good matchup and everything. And like I said, with the Tre'Davious White versus DK, both of them was going back and forth, And I said, Tre'Davious White is definitely going to travel and get physical with him and stuff. And, DK got the touchdown and Tre'Davious got a pick. So it was like they was battling back and forth. Like I said, Russ made some definitely some dumb throws or whatever off the interception. Really trying to force it and stuff. But I get the situation he was in, and plus, the Bills defense was just getting at him. That's the Bills defense. That was the Bills defense from last year, getting at the quarterback because he got sacked 5 times. So it's like that's the rush you want to see because lately they've been looking slow paced. They've been getting a lot of like shootout games or whatever. But nah, definitely a fantastic plan with Buffalo. So
that Bills D line gets scary. Like that Jones.
It definitely
they got a D line.
Okay. Yeah, the Bills also they also scored. Well, to me it looked like they scored on the Seahawks defense with ease, which we've seen that happen all season, which is another issue, which is a big reason why I think they lost because they scored off the rip. I think they scored. Did they score back-to-back touchdowns off rip?
Yeah.
Or was it like it was like 2 for 3 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you start off like that, that ain't too good going out through the rest of the game. So I'm not even so like at that point, I had picked the Bills too, but when I see them do that, I knew that off rip. Like, yeah, they gonna win this game, and it's not even gonna look like Seattle has a chance at winning if they start off like this because their defense is not gonna hold throughout the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we seen it before.
Diggs was eating.
Yeah. My only thoughts on the game, Russell Wilson looked like Lamar Jackson against the Steelers. That's all. 2 interceptions, 2 fumble loss. You can't win a game like that. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't MVP Russ. And I tweeted a couple weeks ago, but when I watched Josh Allen, he reminded me of Patrick Mahomes so much. So that's just me though. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that.
Nah, bro, I see it. His arm crazy, bro.
He reminded me of Patrick Mahomes so much.
Just need a little bit more tuning.
I see you thinking over there, King, but like if you give him Tyreek Hill and Hardman and Kelsey, like Josh Allen,
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Like
that's
because I always say when he got drafted or whatever, like Buffalo was in the bitter process and Buffalo was bad when he got like he changed terrible at both ends. So it's like you put good pieces around him and everything, he gonna flourish. Like the addition with Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs, John Brown, and then I think they need a running back still, but Mike Singletary, he okay sometimes, but they still need a number 1. But like him and Pat Mahomes, that ain't bad. Like if you definitely put some more speed around him, he definitely give Pat Mahomes problems, of course. So it's like they kind of like the same talent, really, but
Bills gonna be in that wild card. They might get a game this playoff. They might win 1, maybe 2.
I think they're gonna win 1.
It's hard for me to predict. Before we take it to the next topic, it's hard for me to predict what's gonna happen in the AFC. Both sides for real, because like, real quick question for y'all. Like, who do y'all think the top 4 teams is in each conference? I'm gonna start with you, King. Top 4 right now.
4 teams in each conference. I'm gonna kind of go in no order with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting with the AFC. You got the Chiefs, of course, Steelers, Titans, and I will put the Bills there.
You don't respect us, but okay. Go ahead. Okay, talk to me, Q. Talk to me.
My bad. Ravens. My bad, Ravens. I forgot all about them. I forgot. All right, so the only one I knock out the Bills. I'll put y'all, So Ravens, Steelers, Chiefs, and
Steelers. What you got on the NFC side?
NFC side, us, of course.
Packers.
Is that what?
Packers, go ahead.
Packers, Seahawks.
See, it's tough. It's tough.
Cause I want to say Arizona. I want to put Arizona.
Go ahead and put them in there. That's what I was waiting on. Go ahead and put it in there. That's what I was waiting on.
But Arizona just lost to Miami.
Miami did.
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, two went crazy.
He was going crazy. That shit look college.
Of course, you got the Bucks, and then
I think you got to give it to the Saints, bro. They've been shrieking.
Yeah, you can give it to the Saints. You give it to the Saints.
That's humble.
But Saints is like, but I
I feel what you're saying.
It's a toss up. It's a toss up between the Saints and the Cardinals. Something like that.
Okay, done and Q. Y'all can be quick with it. Give me y'all top 4, both sides.
Okay, I can go AFC. Definitely Chiefs, Ravens, Steelers, Titans. I'm gonna put the Dolphins in there, bro. They got like the number 2 pass defense or like top 5 pass defense. They've been balling. I like them.
Their corners.
Yeah, I like their corners. They play physical. Like yesterday, they was getting physical. NFC, Seahawks, Cardinals, Saints. Bucks, Packers.
Okay.
That's how I gotta go.
Okay. Q, real quick.
All right, AFC. Pittsburgh, of course, since they're 8-0. Kansas City, of course. Buffalo. And I don't know if I want to give it to Ravens or I want to give it to Tennessee. I'm gonna give it to the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I'm gonna trust Lamar. Okay. And then for NFC, I got Green Bay. I'm gonna say Tampa Bay because their roster is pretty complete. I'm putting Arizona in there, even though we lost yesterday, but we ain't know Tua was like that. We ain't know he was gonna come out that crazy. I better, everybody else we scout them and all that, but Tua was a question mark, but he went crazy. Shout out to him. So I'm putting Arizona, and I'm gonna put in Seattle, and I'm leaving New Orleans out. I know Drew Brees had a great game yesterday, but those issues that we was concerned all season. And it's quarterbacks. Drew Brees is getting kind of older, so in the playoff series, I trust the other quarterbacks like Russ and Kyler from a physical standpoint, like athletic, making the throws and the arm power and all that.
So you would trust Kyler Murray in the playoffs right now over Drew Brees?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, you're crazy.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad that's on air. Okay.
I'm glad it's on air too.
I don't know if
Kyler we trust. Arizona Nation, baby.
I don't know if y'all got. It was another topic, but I don't know if y'all got much to say on this. So if it can be brief if need be. But we seen the Ravens take down the Colts 24-10 on Sunday, in which a lot of people question that Marcus Peters' pick wasn't really a pick. So that's pretty much my question to y'all. Like, do y'all think it was a pick, and what was y'all thoughts on that game?
Yes.
Dunn got a pick, okay?
Yes. But they wouldn't call that for a receiver, though. I say that, though. If a receiver did that, they wouldn't. It'd be incomplete. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I agree. I don't really got much to say on this game. Keem and Q, I don't know if y'all got anything to say. Only thing I really got to say was I love how Lamar started out the second half. I know it's my team and all. He started out
10 for 10.
Yeah, 10 for 10, 11 for 11, straight completion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when we have that balanced attack, I feel like we like a hard team to beat, and we would have beat Pittsburgh if we kept that balanced attack. But we were just running the ball too much and really wasn't using the little bit of weapons that we do have. So
that's all it is. Like I feel like the Ravens can't get too caught up in the run, but I don't think people should try to keep saying Lamar need to be this and be that. Like, you just gotta build around his game. Like, let him develop. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be a runner. Like, he an athlete. That's what he do. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just get a little bit more accurate. That's what I think.
But I feel like it's hard because, like, when you have running quarterbacks or, just like any other quarterback for in the league, they can throw the ball. Bro, I honestly cannot say Lamar can throw the ball that well. You know what I'm saying? I need him to get better in that department, like standing in that pocket and that pocket awareness, all that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I mean, that comes over time, really. And I seen the game, too. He definitely had, a good game. He picked it up the second half or whatever. Because defense is definitely battling out, in the first half, really. And really, Phillip Rivers kept y'all the game. Phillip Rivers just like, of course, looking like Phillip Rivers. And never seen anything spectacular in him in charges. So it's like the same person all the time. But if you surround him with, better receivers or whatever, like, go in the draft, get him some help so he can throw. I believe he can throw. I definitely do. Like, you just got to give him time. That's all. He can't just up and just start being a pocket passer. It takes time to, like, develop that.
Nah, that's
especially if you've been running the majority of your career. So.
Right.
That's a fact. Q, you got anything to say about that game or Lamar or anybody?
Yeah. I'm impressed. Cool little game. I'm glad he performed against a top defense. Yeah, a good defense. That impresses me. That's always a good sign. I do agree with what you said about him needing to throw the ball better. That's the one thing that kind of separates him. And we all know once he gets that to a pretty good level, he'll really be deadly, and that's when his game will really open up, and he'll really be able to like abuse the run and other things.
Imagine Lamar with a playbook like Patty. Like,
yeah, I wish it was open like the Chiefs playbook, but the Chiefs got more weapons though, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over time, if it gets to that, that's crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
I hear that.
Yeah, y'all definitely got some more building to do and upgrades to make to y'all roster.
For sure.
But, you know, y'all do that as Lamar progresses.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he has things he got to work on, too. So it goes both ways.
I mean, it's a little different with, say, Lamar with Chiefs playbook because you got Andy Reid, of course. And Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes from coming from Texas Tech, you got to throw that motherfucker every time.
Yeah.
Like, that's where Texas Tech known for, just airing the joke. They barely known for running. They earn the joke downfield. And yeah, it felt well with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. So
for sure.
Okay, so my last question before we wrap this, this is another great episode of Facts and Stats Up. Midway through the season right now, I think it's about, I can't even tell you what week it is, probably 9 or 10. Who's y'all MVP so far? Keem, you can go ahead and start it.
I got started.
Who's your MVP and why? That's my question to y'all. Who's your MVP and why?
Come back to me. I got a really good thing.
Who's your MVP and why?
All right, now I got two answers, but it could go either way. I want to say Big Ben just all the fact that listen, hear me out.
Whoa.
Look, it sounds crazy. Hear me
Crazy
out.
because that's the name that I thought of too, and I think I know your reason. But go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm here. You are. Go ahead.
Look, right. This is my point. My point is, I feel like Big Ben should get MVP just because of the adversity he faced from coming back from injury. Now they 8-0, still doing the same thing. Year 17? But this is the thing. If Ben could also just get NFL Comeback Player of the Year, that's cool too. Like, hear me, I can go with that. Like, all right, they gave him that. But I feel like he gonna get that already because 8-0, you was hurt all last year. That's crazy. Year 17, hear me. Everybody know Big Ben be streaky. We know what he do. Right. We know he throw. You hear me? But it's just the principle. He keep that franchise solid every time he on that field.
Okay, that's a
Other than that, I'm going with Patty, hands down.
Okay, respect. Q, talk to me. Who you got?
Yeah, it would have to be between Ben and Patrick Mahomes for me, and the reason, I thought Ben Roethlisberger too for the exact same reasons. For him being 8-0 and leading that team, and then being at a late point in his career, being able to do that. But I do acknowledge the fact that he does have a solid roster around him. But also, I don't want to use that as a knock against him neither.
Right, okay.
Because he still got to, do what he got to do.
Perform.
But you still got to perform. And they beat the Titans. They beat the Ravens. If they beat the Bills and like finish out with the best record in the league, I think you really should. It really can be an argument made for Ben. But Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league to me, though.
Okay.
Like, for real.
King, I know you got something for me now. Who's your MVP?
Look, get that Big Ben shit out of here.
I don't rock with Ben neither. I don't rock with Ben like that neither. But I understand the reasoning.
No, hell no. Even if
you about to go to what you about to go, A-Rod?
I was gonna say I got like really 3 because both the stats are real good this season. So you got Pat, of course, Russell Wilson, and A-Rod. Either 3 of them because they stats is just so like even though Russ 28-8 right now, Aaron Rodgers 24-2, and Pat Mahomes 25-1. I'm surprised he got 1 in the second, but I think it's between those 3 honestly, and Lamar let's not forget about Lamar. Lamar can sneak back up there. Really?
Not this year. Not this year. But they ain't gonna let him do that this year.
But I got it between them 3, honestly. I'm still leaning to more Russ, really, because I'm not gonna let this one game, define me. Of course, you got to worry about him gonna pick back up, just like Aaron Rodgers, just like Pat Mahomes say. So I think between them, it's kind of like who finishes with a good record, and also they're probably gonna look at who got the least interceptions between 3.
I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna keep it nice and quick and brief as possible, and then Keem go ahead and wrap us up. But y'all probably not gonna like this one, but I'll say Dalvin Cook. And I know,
how did I know you was about to say that?
I know a couple episodes ago we was talking about how we hate that it's always quarterbacks, but without question, if it's not like last year, I feel like Christian McCaffrey made a good run for it too, but Michael Thomas hands down, broke a crazy record. You know what I'm saying? But Dalvin Cook 858 rushing yards in 7 games played. That's the most in the league. Last game he played, he had 206 rushing yards. And then on top of that, he has 12 rushing TDs, bro. I'm pretty sure that's more than a couple teams in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And then weeks ago, I did serve Russell Wilson for MVP, but I'm back on the Mahomes train. There's no way Mahomes don't get that MVP trophy if this season continues. I mean, when the season
Last question. Do y'all think Derrick Henry will ever be able to get MVP or no?
Probably not.
No? Okay.
Right now.
Maybe if he gets a slightly better something.
Dalvin Cook
slightly better what?
Dalvin Cook a better running back.
Some type of upgrade to the roster where they would have to have a very good record for
Dalvin Cook a
Henry.
better running back.
I think Dalvin Cook a better running back, bro. No, he's so we can't talk too much about it right now, but he's so elusive. The way he move his feet, the way he read the holes,
that's a good argument.
Yeah.
I love that. Them two, the top 2 running backs in the league, though. Top 2 running backs in the league.
So we're going to go on Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, then I throw McCaffrey in there. You know what I'm saying? Because McCaffrey.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, then Kamara come.
But Kamara more of a receiving back.
That's what I was telling. I don't really view him as a running back. You know what I'm saying? Because he do so much, and he don't even run the ball. He don't even get 100 rushing yards. Everybody else do that. You know what I'm saying?
He still haven't got a 1,000-yard rushing season yet.
Right, exactly. But he's a hell of a player, though. No knock on Kamara. Keem, you can
but nah, man, we're gonna wrap it up. That's another good episode of Facts and Stats. Of course, make sure you follow us on all platforms. Twitter, IG, Anchor app, also Apple Radio. And yeah, man, we out.
One more thing, done. Go, shout out your music. Tell people to listen to you on music.
Oh yeah, man, go stream all my music, all platforms. Just search up GB Dunn, just like it's right here on my at name. You're going to find all my music, man. 8 projects, straight eaters. Appreciate y'all having me on here, too, man. I like
going into them.
No questions. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.
No questions, man.